Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. So today, in getting started on eBay, I wanted to talk about what your chosen process or focus is on items. And what I mean by that, you'll hear the terms thrown around on eBay and reselling forums and things like that of short tail and long tail, or some guys refer to it as fast nickel or slow dime. And what that means is whether that item, generally, most items, every now and then you'll find these home runs that they sell real quick. You can get them for cheap and you make a big profit on it. In general, the stuff that sells quicker, you have a lower margin on, a lower profit. The stuff that sells slower, takes longer to actually find a buyer, are generally the items that you make more money on, but they take more time to sell. And a lot of different sellers focus on one or the other of those items. What I prefer is to have a mix of those, which I mentioned before. You can use different selling platforms, which different items may sell better or faster on other platforms. But on eBay in general, I like to have a mix of those items. And it comes down to the fact of it's a numbers game. So if you have a whole bunch of long tail items, then it's not going to feel long tail because you're going to be selling a bunch of those eventually, and they're going to have different lengths of time that they sell. So stuff that you listed 2 months ago will sell, stuff you listed a year ago will sell, stuff you listed a year and a half ago will sell. But they're selling day after day after day once you have a large enough inventory. You can supplement that by getting deals on those more common items that the profit margin maybe isn't the biggest on, but that you can sell quickly. And that is kind of how you can build as pretty much as consistent a income as possible on eBay. I haven't ever relied full-time on eBay, but from looking at other sellers, watching their videos, talking to a few of them, I go back, everyone's heard me mention them before, Jay and Ryan. They have a large inventory, and it's vintage, but if you go and look at all their listings, it's what I would say, I would call it diverse. It's all eclectic, but it's across quite a few categories. They're fairly diverse. Price-wise, they've got prices all over the place. They try and stay above that $20 to $30 an item in general, but they have a diverse inventory, and they still have a summer slowdown. With right now, they're up to over 5,000 items. They're up to 6,000 items. So there's just going to be some seasonality slowdowns and market slowdowns and things like that, and there's going to be some where there's a big boom. For me, games and puzzles move fairly consistently, but I have a bunch that have a whole bunch of views and they haven't been bought. I don't stress it because I have a pretty good feeling that come Christmas time, September, October, November, those are going to be gone. So I'll just list them now, and it's just kind of like setting money away in the bank. I know they're going to sell. It's going to take a while. And sometimes you get surprised. I've talked about it before. I mentioned it on my videos on what sold. I bought some box lots at the auction, and those box lots, the items that I bought the box lots for, I know will sell. They're quality items. I have them priced right where I think they should be. Honestly, as of right now, I've had items up for 2 weeks. The items that I bought the box lot for, I haven't sold. The staplers and the bulk pen lots and the tape it's all going, and it's just kind of been a surprise. I mean, all of that stuff is sold to the point that I have, between the stuff I sent into Amazon and then that weird stuff that I had to list just because otherwise it was, toss it or list it. And Wendy thought I was crazy putting those bulk pin lots up in bulk lots of 100 and just listing them. She's like, who's going to buy 100 pens that say Marriott on them? Well, 3 people have done it. Wow. Anyway, so guy crossed 2 double white lines, 2 turning lanes to turn right from the far left lane. And I'm in Utah. People don't know how to use blinkers. So, dude made me completely lose my train of thought. Oh, so honestly, when you get like box lots, you get stuck with, stuck with 300 pens that say Marriott on them, 350 some pens that say Marriott. What do? Go Google the search term, look on eBay search for the term that you can think of. So I just did bulk pen lot. Guess what? It wasn't just Marriott. There was bulk pens of just miscellaneous. Like, I cleaned out my desk and I have 200 pens. Here they are. They sell for $200. Or not 200. I'm sorry, $20. I'm sure there's pens out there that sell for 200. But anyway, the bulk lot, all I did is just pull it up, search. Oh, wow, people buy bulk pen lots. All right. Obviously, I don't want to list them individually. I'm just going to bulk them up, ship them out. I got a ton of offers at $9. I could have taken them because I was into it $2, but they weigh 2 pounds. It cost $6 to ship. So then, I would have moved it out and made $1 or $2. I ended up selling 2 of them for 17 and 1 for 14 or something like that. But anyway, the point is, those sold rather quickly and they made money. Those weird staplers that are mainly made for dry cleaners and like fabric and things like that, again, never would have thought about those. They have more views than anything else in my store. 99 views as of this morning. And I have like 20 watchers, 99 views, and I think I've sold 5 or 6 of them so far. And I have like 20 of them, and I make $8 a piece on them. So between the little filler stuff that I ended up with and the stuff I sent into Amazon FBA, I will more than pay for the box lots and everything I bought at the auction that day. And then everything I have left over, which includes a lot of the stuff, the reason I bought the box lots, a lot of that stuff I'll still have and have listed. So yeah, it's crazy that, a lot of times you're not 100% sure what will sell, and whether it's going to be a long tail or short tail. So having a mix of those items will make it to where, those smaller items, cheaper items that move quickly will generate you some income, and then you'll have the nice big chunks that come in on your long tail items, and that will give you a more consistent income, which is what you're going to need, especially if you're doing it, full-time or part-time and wanting to see some results. That's why I've mentioned in another video, if you can start out full-time or part-time and you've got income coming in somewhere else, it's really going to help you because you're able to build up that inventory first and then have it pay you as you go. You're building up a nest egg, you're building up your inventory, as it were, so that as you're putting in listings, your other listings are selling. If you're putting in listings and you're not getting any views, then there's something wrong, keywords, things like that you need to play with. But as long as you're getting views and things, stuff will sell eventually. And if you're doing everything as buy it now or best offer, then even if you're priced a little high, people are going to make an offer on it, and then you'll move it out. But you just have to decide if you're going to focus long term, short term, and what you want your business to be with. I don't mind long term if maybe you don't have storage, so you've really got to look for doing volume that moves quickly, so you don't have to hold on to it very long and it just moves. But just understand those. If you're going to do long term, you got to have a little bit more storage space, a few different things like that. But then also having a mix, honestly, is the way I think works the best all around. So till next time, if you got any comments, put them down below and I'll get back to you as quick as I can. You can always email me as well. It's in the contact me section. Hit that thumbs up button if this is helping you, and hit like, comment, subscribe so you can see what comes out next. Till then, have a great one.